think the Sanders, Deion Sanders, he's an aggressive guy, and he's always going to be aggressive if he has the choice. I just want to see that be a little bit more controlled in when he chooses to do that, because I do think that it fell into the advantage of our opponents a little bit more often than what we'd want to see. So I think that I had a couple more like stock ups on here. Stock up pass blocking, I thought was great. I thought they did a good job. Run blocking, you want to see more penetration. You want to see them moving the line backwards. I'm not going to, I just feel like this offensive line is going to get better as the year goes on. This is the first week. You wanted to see them do it better against North Dakota State, but hey, we still made more good plays than bad. And again, if you've been following this team for 20 years, okay, guys, we got all the time to just be upset about this, that, and the other. Enjoy the game. Enjoy when we get a win. No doubt about it. Chidozie Nwankwo was another player that I wanted to point out. I believe he had a sack. Looks solid against the run defense. And again, I do want to give credit. I think it's so funny how the narrative shifts sometimes. I hear a lot of, well, the run defense was better, but they were having to sell out, to stop them, which I don't disagree with. I think that it was very clear that the emphasis from Robert Livingston and the staff was to stop the run. But now, Buffs fans, sometimes I always see the goalpost changing. Now they didn't stop the run good enough. It's like they didn't stop it in the way that you would want to see it, where we were loading up to stop the run last year and still getting absolutely thrashed. I think we held them to under 4 yards a carry. I think it was something, 3.2, 3.5, something like that. And you can say, well, they got the quarterback runs and all of that. No, all that is included. Like, you are what the score sheet says. Like, I believe it. You can say this, that. We were this close away from being a 6-win team. No, we played like a 4-8 team last year. We played in which we won by 5 points yesterday. I think that's pretty indicative of our performance, the score sheet and the stats, all of that. So at the end of the day, you want to see us give up less than 150 rushing yards, but we were not being absolutely just thrashed and gassed like we were at different points during the season. I think there is some positives with the defensive line, but we're going to need a better performance out of them next week against Nebraska, no doubt. And I have felt this way last year. I feel the same way going into this Nebraska game. Travis Hunter, again, I don't understand how you can overlook your opponent coming in here when that program, NDSU, is as decorated as they are over the last 15 years. But he even said it, I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, hey, we really needed to lock in the second half and kind of take them a little bit more seriously. You're not going to have that issue going into Lincoln. I would imagine that line at -7 in favor of Nebraska is going to be closer to 10 points probably by when next weekend rolls around, depending on how they perform this weekend. I mean, they could look really bad too, right? So what's great about the CU Nebraska games is that we're usually always pretty evenly matched because we both haven't been very good. But I'm expecting next week to be a very big test, and I think they are going to come in locked in and focused. This is a big time opponent that they're going to be dogs to from the Vegas perspective, and I want to see them play dialed in, focused, with the chip on their shoulder from the first snap. So Chidozie, he's going to be one of the guys leading the group and being a disruptor on that defensive line. That's what I want to see. So thank you guys for listening. I'll get to some of your comments here for the next 10 minutes, and then I got to wrap things up. Appreciate you guys as always, and for sticking with me again. Thrilled the Buffs are off to a 1-0 start, but obviously still a lot of work to do.